If you are watching this video, then you are an amazing person. Thank you for either being a student leader on our campus or for guiding a student leader as a mentor or a reviewer of this rubric. The rubric is big and nasty and has giant words, but in essence, it's just a conversation. We just want to give you very specific topics so that your student leader can tell stories to you. You can ask questions and get at how deep and to what skill level this person is operating. I hope you'll also find that as you have these conversations, you identify ways that they could try something new they've never tried in leadership or in service, or maybe even develop a way that they could improve the ways they're already serving. Let me give you an example. As you look at the top, you'll see that each row score runs from 0 to 5, and it is okay to use a half, but try to avoid anything else after a decimal besides a 5. So at the far right, you see the Essler score because these are our expected school-wide learning results. At the far left, you'll see the Esslers, caring community, enduring excellence, biblical worldview, critical thinking, thankful stewardship, and holistic health. I might recommend that you start actually at the bottom of this rubric. Please list out the efforts or roles in which your student leader has already been a part of in the last school year. Please don't go back more than 1 year. We want to focus on the current life of the student. So you might find that they're part of student council, or they help to run a class. Maybe they're the admin for a online messaging between a bunch of student leaders, or for their class to make sure everybody knows the details of homework. All of those are ways in which you affect the community as a leader. So all those are roles. Leadership efforts might be something you tried, maybe it didn't work out. An actual role would be something the school identifies: worship team, team captain, JV or varsity, PE leadership class, leading a service project, student council. It just goes on and on. There's lots. Significant role would be like, that's a big one. Like if you're the SPL, the main leader of the Boy Scouts troop, or you're one of the officers in student council, or you have some kind of a unique administrative position. I have an administrative assistant each year. That person is doing some stuff that's above normal. So if that's you, put it under significant. And successful. Now this could all be the same, right? You could have an effort that is an actual school role that is significant and you were successful. You could write the same thing across all four if it's true, but you got to tell the story of why it's significant. It's bigger than normal. Why is it successful? What did you accomplish that you set out to do? Trainings. How many trainings did you go to? Now, there are only 2 this year, not 3, so there's only 2 possible. So that would be part of us figuring out what level you've achieved at. If you went to both of them, awesome. You got to go to at least 1, though. You have to have been at 1 to be considered for advanced or mastery, or you have to demonstrate that you've made some significant strides personally to improve yourself as a leader through a mentorship conversation, through YouTube videos, significant podcast listening and reviewing, and generally presenting that information to somebody else somewhere, sometimes including our Saturday student leadership trainings, which did not happen this year. Other ways to level up: mentorship, lead something during a leadership training, be part of a book study or a podcast listen, or be something else approved by me that you want to do. So any of these will help you to make an argument for a certain level. The levels are progressing, proficient, advance, and mastery. And they have different honors at different levels. You can read those at the top. Let's do an example. Let's pick one that's easy. Let's try caring community. You're progressing if you attempt to work cooperatively. If you actually work cooperatively and it goes well, that's proficient. If you model and encourage others how to work cooperatively, you remind people what it takes to be successful. You might correct them or give them a heads up in the beginning, and you model how to do that. You might model and inspire others. People watch the way you are in a team and they want to be like you. Maybe they even mimic you, or they give you a compliment about the way you did that. Those are often unsolicited, and it's somewhat reliant on the people you're with. Maybe they're very quiet and they don't talk about stuff. But there's got to be a way we can say you've inspired others to get up to your level. Now that one feels pretty concrete. You could work through that. Here are some hard ones. Biblical worldview sometimes demonstrates service reflected in the life of Christ. So do you sometimes sacrifice for others, slow down for children? Do you go looking for people to help village to village, or student group to student group, class to class? Is that like you? Do you often do those kind of things? Do you take what you have in abundance, which Jesus had miracles and wisdom, and do you share them with others often? Do you regularly demonstrate service? Regularly means you schedule this out. You're like, yeah, every Thursday I meet with this kid and I tutor. That is serving as reflected in the life of Christ. Reliably and inspirationally. Demonstrate service as reflected in the life of Christ. This means we know it's there, it's going to happen, you've scheduled it, and maybe even other people are kind of interested in what you're doing. They're like, hey, what's that thing you're doing with tutoring little kids? Or why are you out there playing Foursquare at lunch? You could be playing basketball. And then maybe somebody follows you. They're like, oh, I want to play tomorrow. Can I come with you? And they come with you and play Foursquare with little kids. They come with you and help to tutor. Or they ask you about it and they start their own thing that kind of looks like the thing you are doing. If you're inspiring people to be something more than they have been, then that's probably a demonstration of mastery level influence and skill in leadership in that particular area. All right, I'll let you guys have fun with this. If you have questions, come see me in person. I'll be glad to chew on it with you. If you don't understand one, skip it. Life goes on, no worries. All right, God bless you as you speak, and I hope you have great conversations.